Sam McGee by Robert W. Service. Now there's strange things done in the midnight sun by the men who moil for gold. The Arctic trails have their secret tales that would make your blood run cold. The northern lights have seen strange sights, but the strangest thing I ever did see was the night on the margin of Lake Labarge that I cremated Sam McGee. Now Sam McGee was from Tennessee, where the cotton blooms and blows, and why he left his home in the south to roam around the pole, heaven only knows. He was always cold, but the land of gold seemed to hold him like a spell. And it often said his homely way that he'd sooner live in hell. Well, on a Christmas day, we were mushing our way over the Dawson Trail, talking the cold through the parka's fold that stabbed like a driven nail. If our eyes would close and our lashes froze till sometimes we couldn't see. It wasn't much fun, but the only one to whimper was Sam McGee. Now that very night as we lay packed tight in our robes beneath the snow, the dogs are fed and the old stars overhead were dancing heel and toe. And he turned to me and Cap said, "Hey, I'll cash in this trip, I guess. And if I do, I'm asking that you won't refuse my last request." Well, he seemed so low that I couldn't say no, and he says with sort of a moan, "It's the cursed cold that's got right hold, and I'm chilled clean through the bone. Yet to be dead, it's my awful dread of an icy grave that pains. So I want you to swear that foul or fair you'll cremate my last remains." Well, a pal's last need is a thing to heed, so I swore it wouldn't fail. We started on at the streak of dawn, but my, he looked ghastly pale. He crouched on his sleigh and he raved all day his home in Tennessee, and before nightfall, the corpse was all that was left of Sam McGee. And there wasn't a breath in the land of death as it hurried, horror driven, but the court hath hid that I couldn't get rid because of a promise given. It was lashed to the slave and seemed to say, "You may tax your brawn and brains, but you promised true. Now it's up to you to cremate my last remains." Well, promise made is a debt unpaid, and the trail has its own stern code. And the days to come, though my lips were dumb, and my heart, how I cursed that load. In the long, long night by the lone firelight, while the huskies round in a ring howled out their woes to the homeless snow, but my, how he loved that thing. And every day the quiet place seemed to heavy and heavier grow, and on I went though the dogs were spent, and the grub was getting low. The trail was bad, and I felt half bad, but I swore I wouldn't give in. And I'd often seen to the hateful thing, and it hearkened with a grin. Till on the marge of Lake Labarge a derelict there lay. It was Jan in the ice, and the song of thrice it was called the Alice May. I looked at it and I thought of it, and then I looked at my frozen chum. Here, said I with a sudden cry, is my crematorium. Some planks I tore from the cabin floor, and I lit the boiler fire. Some coal I found was lying around, and I heaped the fuel higher. The furnace roared and the flames just soared, such a blaze you seldom see, and I burrowed a hole in the glowing coal, and I stuffed in Sam McGee. Then I made a hack, for I didn't like to hear him sizzle so. The heavens scowled and the huskies howled and the wind began to blow. It was icy cold, but the hot sweat rolled down my cheeks, and I don't know why, but the greasy smoke in an inky cloak went streaking down the sky. Now I do not know how long in the snow I wrestled with grisly fear, but the stars came out and they dashed about. Ere again I ventured near. I was sick with dread, but I bravely said, "I'll just take a peep inside. I guess he's cooked." This time I looked, and the door I flung open wide. And there sat Sam, looking cool and calm in the heart of the furnace roar. And he wore a smile that you could see a mile. He said, "Please close that door. It's fine in here, but I greatly fear you'll let in the stolen cold and storm. Since I left Plum Tree down in Tennessee, it's the first time I've been warm." Now the strange things done in the midnight sun by the men who moil for gold. The Arctic trails have their secret tales that would make your blood run cold. The northern lights have seen strange sights, but the strangest they ever did see was the night on the marge of Lake Labarge that I cremated Sam McGee.